Hey, this is the MJ Show. I'm Mihir Joshi, and this is part two of the episode of the MJ Show with an incredible young musician. She's a bassist. She's a bassist extraordinaire. I mean, she's been performing all across the world, and we were talking about her being a part of this legendary Japanese band called Bees. Telling us a little bit about going on tour with them for what, 4.5 months. Let's find out a little bit more when Mohini joins us. Uh, so Mohini, you were telling me about being with them for almost 4.5 months, and you wanted to have somebody to talk to, otherwise it would get boring. Go ahead.
Yeah. And I was saying that, how their work process is so different. They are, like, I used to think I am a New York timer, like, on time and everything. Like, I'm the kind of person who would be there half an hour before the allotted time. Like, if there is a rehearsal at 5 p.m., then I'd be there at 4:30. I just like being early to set up my stuff and be ready. Just that kind of person. I like it on time and everything. And I used to be, I thought I was the only one. But when I went to Japan, they are like even more than me. Like they would be waiting for us, say they give us a time at 5 p.m. And sometimes I was like, because I'm an Indian, so, I'm thinking that, okay, they're saying 5 p.m., but it's going to be 5:30, so I'm like waiting in my room and all that. And then I get a call at 4:55. Are you ready? I'm waiting downstairs. 5 p.m. means the car has to leave at 5 p.m.
Correct.
You see? Yeah. And if you're not there, then the car will leave you and you have to come by yourself. It's like that. So, yeah. But, since I'm a part of so many bands here in India, I've always been dependent on charts because it's very hard to find, it's very hard to remember and by heart everything. Like so many songs, each band has like some 20 to 30 songs, it's
Correct.
impossible. And I'm a part of like, I don't know, 8 to 9 bands. So it's like unreal. Like I don't know. People who can do it, hats off. Like, but I can't. So then I went there and I thought I'm allowed to use charts. But then the manager of the band, she came, we had 2 weeks of rehearsals. And the last day of the rehearsal, she asked me, how long are you going to use the charts for? I said, what do you mean? She's like, you can't use the charts. I'm like, what? I didn't know that. So then the stress, oh my God, I went back to my room and the whole night I stayed up learning 40 songs.
Man,
40 songs, Mihir. I had nightmares between learning all the songs, I woke up and that was the first day of the show. It did not go well. I made few mistakes. I would say 3 to 4 mistakes, but I am not sad or, depressed about that. I think to myself after the show, I was sad a little bit, but then now looking back, I'm like, I did a damn good job. Like 40 songs in one night and then doing a show in front of 90,000 people and doing 3 to 4 mistakes. Fine. It's doable. It's okay.
it's doable. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I know I'm only going to get better from that.
Listen, Mohini, I'll tell you one thing. I have seen Iron Maiden perform in Mumbai. It was their first city of a multi-city tour that they were going to do. But that was the second time that to India. And that was the 1 year of corporate work that I did. I was working with EMI Music. We were called, we were there with the band. And the moment the concert got over, the whole band is talking to each other, Bruce Dickinson and Steve Harris and everybody. And they're only talking to each other and telling, my God, how many mistakes have we made today? It's just like, because they got on tour after a long time. They probably
yeah.
2 times because they've been playing for so many years. So my point to you is, for a band that has been playing for almost 25, 30 years, they go up on stage after a long time and they come off stage and they're like, holy shit, we've made too many mistakes. We need to get tighter for our next show. So if Iron Maiden can make mistakes, you are allowed to make 3 or 4 mistakes on a night. I mean, on a day, after which, after learning 40 songs at night, if you're going to perform, that's all right.
It was stressful. I think I made mistakes because I was so stressed out, like before getting up on stage and seeing this huge audience, and it's not even my people. Like, I'm an Indian, only Indian in that whole stadium, you know. Like, I feel left out already because I'm the only girl in the band, you know. And on top of that, like, these are not my faces, you know. So I'm like very, very scared. And of course, I did make mistakes. And then I came to my room and I was like, you know, being hard on myself. And then I spoke to the manager because she was a girl. And I told her that, you know, it was so hard for me. And I need to really talk to you because if I don't get it out of my system, tomorrow also I'm going to make mistakes. I really need to get it out of my system. So I told her that, you know, I got a dream of something very, very bad. Like my mother and father got killed and they were like, you know, murdered and all that I got. So like, it was bad. It was so bad. And like something happened to my ex and something happened to me. And out of nowhere, and this is funny because after I finished learning the songs, I was on Instagram. And Shannon's, you know, Darshan's wife, Shannon Donald, Darshan and Shannon's picture popped up on Instagram. So that was the last thing that I saw before going to sleep, like so-called sleep. I was like still kind of half awake and half sleeping. So in that dream, Darshan was there and Shannon was there. You know, it was hilarious. I've told this to Darshan. It was hilarious. So I was telling all this to Kayo, you know, the manager. And she was like, it's okay, Mo, it happens, you know. And it's not like nobody else made a mistake. Everybody else did a little bit, you know. They all made mistakes. But I'm the kind of person who does not allow myself to make any mistakes. And I would never make mistakes. And the mistakes I'm talking about, they're not even like mistakes. It's like, for example, the form is there. I played the form right. And the improvisation, somebody told me, don't do a slide on that place, okay? But I ended up doing a slide on that place. It doesn't make a huge difference, but it's something that you've been asked not to do and you did it, right? Okay. So then our music director was very hard on me actually. He was also a Japanese and he was another guitar player in the band, and he after every show he'd come up to me and he'd be like, Mo, you played too much. You gotta cut down on these notes. Don't play the slide on there. And he would never say all the things that I did nicely. He would always come to the points that he thinks I shouldn't do, you know. So all those things were kind of throwing me off, you know. But after, I would say 3 shows, I was like a diva on stage. I started headbanging. I started, you know, acting on stage. I started acting with the singer. I came on the center stage because the stage director. So there is a stage director also, okay, who says to me that, Mo, you can run around on stage. You can come in the center if you feel like, you know, doing something with the singer or the guitar player, or like, you know, going down on your knees or jumping, anything. You're free to do anything. I was like, wow, I've never done that before. And the fact that I was able to do that and pull that off was a big achievement for me, you know? Like, I never could imagine myself headbanging. I'm always very, very like laid back and very reserved kind of person. Nobody can imagine me headbanging. But when you saw the videos, I sent it to you, you know? Yeah.
So the video, one of the videos that I'm talking about is a tour diary video on their website, on their YouTube channel.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you guys a link to that also in the description of this video when it goes up on the YouTube channel of the MJ Show. And like I said in the first part, I'll also give you a link to Mohini's YouTube channel and her new single, which is out. You should subscribe to it. You should listen to the song. You should share it with absolutely everyone. Mohini, I'm interrupting you only to tell you one thing. Like I said just a little while ago, if you had done nothing, absolutely nothing except for this Japanese band, you would still be one of the most unbelievable bass players from India, because they are legitimately like, you know, if you see this band, if you see their videos. Now, I did not know about them until Mohini told me about it. But when I saw their videos, then I went back and I saw a whole bunch of their other songs. Firstly, their music is unbelievable. It's like, imagine if Journey and Bon Jovi and Guns N' Roses,
yeah,
came together and formed like one.
You know, the drummer, Brian Tichy, is actually Guns N' Roses drummer.
That's what I'm talking about. It's
Yeah.
unbelievable, man. And they are literally playing to sold out shows and
Yeah.
in massive stadiums and concerts all
And
across
he's played
Japan,
with some
right?
of the biggest bands like Metallica, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and like so many others,
When did you join them, by the way? Which year was this?
Last year. Last
Last
year.
year, 2000. And you did
Yeah.
like 2.5 month tour, and then are you looking at getting back and performing more with them once the lockdown gets over?
So the tour was going to happen this year as well, and I had signed all the contracts and everything because I'm a part of their band. I'm their bass player now, and
Yeah.
I'm not only singing bass, I'm also their vocalist, the female vocalist. I sing Japanese
Wow.
and I play bass, yeah. And so due to the coronavirus situation, the Japanese government don't want any foreigners to come in, So that's why I won't be going to Japan this year. In spite of having me on board and everything, nobody is going to travel. In fact, the whole new band, which was, auditioned and we recorded an album together. For people who don't know, it's called Whole Lotta New Love. And this is the Japanese band that I'm a part of, and you can hear their music there. And so Whole Lotta New Love band won't be there on this Japan tour. They're getting some Japanese musicians this time, but it's not going to be our music. It's going to be something else. And because our music was made for us, and it was made based on our capabilities and our caliber, the stuff that I can do on bass and the stuff that people can do on their basses, probably I can't do that. And what I can do, they can't do that. So it's a different voice altogether.
Of
So
course.
they spoke to us and they said, we're very sorry, but this time it won't be possible because of so and so reason. But they are going to do a bigger tour next year. And for that, I'm going to be there. But what a bummer. Like, I was so looking forward to the Japan tour this year as well. Like, I was supposed to
Yeah.
go in October,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it just didn't happen.
So for a lot of people who are asking, what's the name of the band? Once again, just tell them how it's pronounced. I'll tell you how it's written.
So
I'm
you
going to
type
type
a
it out for
capital
you.
letter
It's B
B.
apostrophe Z. That's what
Z,
the band looks
yeah.
like. There you go. You can see I put it up and I pinned it. That's the band
Yeah.
from Japan. And it's
Yeah.
pronounced B.
Yeah. And we played for some of the biggest festivals in Japan, like the Summer Sonic Festival, where we were closing the festival and Red Hot Chili Peppers were playing on the same stage before us. So you can imagine how big the band is.
Yeah, it's amazing. No, and what was the album called that you recorded with them on?
It's called Whole Lotta New Love.
Whole lot of new love. So you know what? I'm going to find the link to that, maybe a Spotify link to that, and I'm going to share that
Yes.
also in the description.
Yes,
There's so
yes.
much content
Amazing
to share
music,
with
yeah.
you guys. Like it's unbelievable the amount of work Mohini has done, and the best thing that I can tell you is just start put her name on YouTube, and you'll see her
And
pop
you
up
won't believe, I
videos.
recorded on their album last year in January. Okay, this was around NAM. I actually went for NAM for the second time, and this was, how I was doing my days. It was like I would go to NAM, perform at the Mark Bass booth, do SID strings, Groove Gear, Lathan Bassware, Providence cables, and mayonnaise basses, and all the things that I endorse. SID strings and all that. I would do like half an hour performances on each booth, like it's mad, at NAM. And then after that, Kayo would come pick me up, which is the Japanese, manager of the band. She would come pick me up, and my mom, because my mom was there, I gave her a gift actually, because she had never been abroad, so I wanted to take her to US, so that was her gift. And she was with me, watching me perform and doing all my work. So Kayo came, she picked me up and my mom up, and we went to Beverly Hills. That's where their studio is, and so the Japanese people, Tak and Koshi, they have a studio in Beverly Hills. They work there. They live in the USA and they tour in Japan. So half the year they write music, half the year they tour Japan, which is amazing, like incredible. So I was there in their studio recording on their songs. And, like us musicians as Indians, we don't prepare for anything. We like spontaneous, we like spontaneity. And so I thought, okay, I don't have to, because they sent me songs. I just heard them. I did not prepare myself for anything. I didn't know that I had to play note to note and everything. I just don't do that, Because I feel like if somebody is calling me, then they should call me for who I am, and not for something that they want on the track. I would be able to do that, obviously, but there will be some kind of things tweaking required,
Which will be yours, yeah.
So then, which will be mine. And if people listen to that bass, they can tell, oh, that's Mohini, like I like to leave my mark. So then I came to the studio, and then the manager was like very scared, like I did not prepare for anything. I was like, chill, it's okay, I'll just hear the song. If there are charts, fine, I'll just read through it and I'll play. And Tak and Koshi were there, and they were very happy to meet me. I was very happy to meet them. And they said, have you heard the songs? I said, yes, I did hear them once. And I did not learn any bass lines. But I would love to just feel this moment and do whatever feels right at this moment, because I may have some ideas that you may like too. And you may have some ideas that you might want to try. So they really liked that. And they said, okay, let's do it. And so I was not the only one recording. There was the drummer as well. So drums and bass were together, being recorded together. So if he messes up, then I have to do my part again. And I was getting so frustrated because Brian, the Guns N' Roses drummer, Brian Tichy, he was in the other room, and he likes to, he has done a good take, but he always wants to do it again. Like, he's never satisfied. And so I was getting frustrated. I was like, you know what? I like my take. Please keep my bass. Please record him later. Please record him later. I don't want to do this again. It was good. My part was good, And then Brian would be like, yeah, like, let me just do my part. And then he would do his part, and he would still not be satisfied. I'm like, Brian, it sounds amazing. It's great. Please, let's move on. Let's move on. Because we have 7 songs to record in one day. I think we did it in the period of 2 days because it was not possible. 2 people together at the same time, locking in and creative ideas and all that. So it's all fun, yeah. There was there's this song called Sick, and that was written for me, apparently, they said. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, I'm very excited. And I saw the song, and it was very, very funky, deep pocket, And there was this little space created. I said, wow, I like that space, 16 bars. So they said, just bass solo. I'm like, great, awesome. And I played a bass solo, and I said, can we put like a bass drop in here at the end because I want to put my triplets in. So I'll send you a link, and you'll see there, I'm playing the bass solo, 16 bars. And towards the end of my bass solo, I'm like 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. So it's like a crazy bass slide, bass drop where you can put a bass slide, which I asked Sam to do at the back. Sam is our keyboard player. And I was doing like this quintuplets. So my specialty, I was doing my triplets. It's like a bass drop with just bass triplets. It's like how in EDM music there's a bass drop. So it's like a very deep kind of space gap.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. So I was kind of arranging and ideating things as well, which they liked. And so they are very scripted. They are not like us. They like things to be exact. So if I played that solo on the track, they want that same solo on stage as well,
That's amazing. You got to send me a link to this thing that you're talking about. I got to check this out. This is the craziest thing. Because of Mohini, I'm actually going to find out a lot more about this Japanese band because I love what I saw today. Like the few songs that I saw, I think I saw.
They have had some of the best bass players. Like Jamiroquai's bass player was playing in their band. Billy Sheehan was playing in their band. Steve Vai was playing at one point. So many amazing. What is the guy's name? Yeah, who is that guy who is the judge in The Voice, American. Anyway, so they've had some amazing people in their band.
You're talking about Adam Levine?
No, not Adam Levine. The one with big hair. I'll find out. It's okay.
CeeLo Green.
I'm very bad at remembering names.
No, he doesn't have any hair. 1 minute. Who's got big hair? who's a judge on The Voice who's got big hair?
Yeah, he sings. Yeah, he's a singer.
On The Voice, US Voice.
Yeah. Like the old one, not the current one. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, okay.
They've had some incredible musicians. Yeah. Yeah, and that, like I said, like that was the first time I auditioned for anything. I was not ready to audition. My ex was like, why don't you do it? Like, it's fine, just do it. If you get it, get it. If you don't get it, fine. Who cares? Like, nobody's gonna know. I'm like, yeah, that is also there. So let's just do it. So I did it, and then I was in. Yeah.
But that's
Like
amazing.
they wanted to, they told me one thing. They told me one thing. They were like, we don't want to audition you to check how you play. That we know you can play anything and everything. We want to see how you perform. That
Yeah.
is the visual factor. They wanted to see how I can perform visually. That is a
Yeah.
big thing for them. Yeah.
It's amazing. See, oh, by the way, a lot of other people were talking about you playing with Guthrie Govan as well. We didn't mention that.
Yeah.
When did
Yes,
that happen?
yes, yes. That happened probably 3 years ago, 4 years ago. That was
Unbelievable.
the second tour, and the first tour was probably 5, 6 years ago. Gino was on both of them. The Japan, we did a Japan tour as well. Actually, Guthrie and I did a Japan tour as well, on which Senri Kawaguchi drummer was playing.
Oh, wow. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, by the way, of all the people who are still around, who are alive, who's left that you want to play with? Is there somebody, some idol of yours, somebody whom you deeply admire that you
He's
want
not
to
my
play with?
idol. That's a good question. He's not my idol. He's not somebody that I've grown up listening to, no. But nowadays I've been listening to a lot of Bruno Mars. I've always loved listening to George Benson, Algero, and all these kind of, soulful music and like funky, deep pockets. But Bruno Mars, I feel like every song of his, he has his heart in it, and his stories he puts in his songs, So I feel
Amazing.
like I would really love if I get to play or even meet Bruno one day.
That'd be cool. I would definitely love to
Yeah.
watch you perform with Bruno Mars or somebody like John Mayer as well,
Yeah.
who's another fantastic musician himself. Internet issues, internet issues. Wait. Like, we can't hear you. We can't hear you. Wait, let your net get sorted out again. Nope. Can you hear her? I can't. Lost you for a second. Hopefully you'll be back. The thing's going. Okay, now I can hear you. Sorry, you were saying. Nope. All right, so we've got internet issues once again, but the good thing is we've spoken for over an hour. Hopefully, our internet issues will get sorted out. But if they don't, this has genuinely been one of the most interesting and fun episodes for me, because one of the rare moments where I literally had to do zero talking, and Mohini kind of handled everything. It's phenomenal what she's done with her music. And I hope she can come back at least just to say good night and bye bye to all of you. But honestly speaking, this has been incredible talking to her and getting to know her a little bit better. And I hope you guys follow her, not just here on Instagram, but go and subscribe to her YouTube channel. Listen to all the new music that she has, the new single that she's put out and the new music that she will put out in the weeks and years to come. So, you know what? Listen, this is pretty much all the time I think we have. Let me see if I can get her back on by adding her on once again. Let's try it out one last time, all right? And for everybody who's watching right now, I'm glad you guys could be here with me. I'm glad you guys enjoyed the episode. I had a great time chatting with Mohini. I think she truly is one of the greatest musicians alive right now, performing from India. And I say from India because she's not just performing in India, she's performing in India and all across the world. So for everybody who's a music lover and who wants to be a professional musician one day, this is genuinely a young woman that you can be inspired by. She is something special. I mean, I remember, like I was telling her, when I first found out that she was 16 or 17 years old and she performed for A.R. Rahman, I knew right then that this girl's going to do something great, and she has definitely done that. So for everybody who's watching right now, thank you all once again for being here with me. My name is Mihir Joshi. This is the MJ Show. You can subscribe to the MJ Show on YouTube, which is youtube.com/the MJ Show. And you'll be able to see not just the stories of people like Mohini, but a lot of other fantastic singers as well. So yes, thank you very much for being here. Yes, was the stream recorded? Yes, it was recorded. It will be here on Instagram on my IGTV, but it will go up on YouTube very, very soon as well. It's on youtube.com/TheMJShow. Or just go on YouTube, search for The MJ Show with Mohini Dey, and you will find it. So it will be up by tomorrow. But I'm not able to get her back on. Okay, she's back here again. Let me try this out. I hate ending episodes without having my guests say something nice before they leave. So now that I've got Mohini back, even if we don't talk for too long, Mohini,
Yeah.
final message for everybody who's watching, because everybody's enjoyed the show very, very much. They had a great time listening to you tell us all your fantastic stories. Is there and you were saying something when we, the internet scene happened. I was saying, you were talking about Bruno Mars, and I said, Bruno Mars or John Mayer, I'd love to see you with somebody like that. And you were saying something, I didn't hear you.
No, I was just saying like people like Bruno or Beyonce or Lady Gaga would be nice. Like if I could ever play in their band, would be amazing.
That would be amazing. And you know what? On behalf of everybody watching and all the people who love great music, here's me putting out a wish to the universe that may your wish come true. I'd love to see you perform. And you know what? I was telling everybody, I don't know if you caught what I said, but I genuinely believe you are truly one of the most accomplished musicians that I have had the pleasure of chatting with, not just on the show, but also knowing in our country, because you've done some spectacular things and you're just 24 years old. I can't wait to see where your journey goes, man. I mean, it's going to be really, really cool. So, you know what? The next time you have a new single coming out, reach out to me and we'll get you back on. We'll talk about the new song that you're going to be putting out. By the way, before we leave, tell everybody what the new single is called and where, I think it's on all streaming platforms, but is it also on your YouTube channel?
My new single, which is called Can You Feel Me? And for people who don't know what the song is about, because a lot of people have been messaging me and trying to know what the song is about. The song is about me and my ex. We used to be together, and I wrote this song on my Japan tour, and just about love. It's a love song, but very sexy love song, It's a very sexy, funky love song. So go check it out on bandcamp.com. Right now it's only on Bandcamp, soon to be out on Spotify, CD Baby, Ditto Music, and all the streaming sites. But for now, it's only on Bandcamp. It's called Can You Feel Me? So go check it out.
And it's got Steve Vai on it.
Yes, it's got Steve Vai, it's got Jordan Rudess, it's got Dallas Horns, and it's just not me singing. I wrote the lyrics, I am the arranger, composer, and I'm the singer, vocalist, and I'm the bass player on the song. So, yeah.
Listen. Anytime anybody comes on the MJ show, I always get, especially if they're a musician or a performing artist, I always get them to perform something. I know I can't get you to plug in your bass and perform for us, but let's end this episode with you singing at least a couple of lines of your new single. Let's hear it.
Yeah. So it starts with like this very beautiful thing that Jordan played in the intro, very romantic kind of, for people who have listened to the song. You will see how it starts. It's a beautiful story. It's got a beautiful fluctuating dynamic. So it goes like, the true meaning of love was you and I. It took me some time to realize, yeah. So I went, and knocked on his door, waited eagerly to tell him that I was in true love with him. I want to make sure I tell him that I don't need no fairy tale. I just want him to love me like the way I do. Money can buy no happiness. It can buy a house, but not home. A home cannot be a home until there is true love. I love the way your love makes me feel. I love when you hug me, and I love when you kiss me. So that's the chorus.
Very cool.
The lyrics are very, very me, and it's our story. I literally went on his door and I knocked.
That is really, really cool. But listen, I'm very, very happy for you. I genuinely am. And I'm super excited to see what you do next. Lots of love, lots of good wishes to you, to your entire family. Tell Joyda I said hi. It's
Yes,
been a while since I've seen him. And tell him I said hi. But thank you very much for spending this time with me. Any message for all your fans, everybody who's been watching you, not just here in India, but I saw somebody from Indonesia, somebody from Brazil, somebody from Japan. I don't know which
yes.
other countries are being represented in this chat right now, but any message you want to give to everybody watching right now?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I get this question asked a lot. Like, what drives you? What drives you to keep yourself motivated during all the times that we face in life? I always tell them I drive myself. I drive myself. My positivity drives me, and I do me. I don't give anybody the power to rule my mind. I don't give any single person out there that much power to tell me what I should do, or how I should think, or how I should dress up, or anything sort of that. I always tell myself, you are who you are, and you are special. Everybody's special in their own way, and I feel like everybody should believe in their self before anybody does, because that's a big thing. If you don't believe in yourself, then how does it even matter if anybody's going to believe in you?
Absolutely.
Once you start
Absolutely.
having confidence in yourself, you create this aura around you, which is full of energy. And that energy, people can sense. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So that's fantastic. That's a great message to give everybody. And that's pretty much all the time we have for now. Like I told you, I'm going to give you a link to Mohini's YouTube channel. And, I'll get a link for her Bandcamp,
Yes.
the Bandcamp link for her new single as well. So you
Yeah.
guys can hear that as well. This video will go on the YouTube channel of The MJ Show. Subscribe to both the channels. Hit that bell icon so that you guys get notifications the moment we put up new content. Hey, tell all your fans to subscribe to The MJ Show.
Yes. Please, everybody, Mihir Joshi is an amazing person, an amazing personality, and is very, very hardworking. I've seen all the work that he has done. So, and I feel like this is a great initiative in changing the world, because we are so in a digital world and virtual world right now. I feel like this is the only way we can share love and share everything that we have in our lives, and share the positivity and keep ourselves motivated to do everything possible in life. So go subscribe to his YouTube channel. Go follow him on Instagram, and go, as Mihir said, he's gonna put my YouTube channel's link and my Instagram handle's link, so you guys can follow me. And we'll also put the Bandcamp link so you guys can hear my song.
That sounds brilliant. By the way, Bumblefoot just wished you all the best. That is really cool. Hey, we just saw Bumblefoot right now, and a lot of your other fans who are. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And people wishing, saying konnichiwa. So I'm seeing a lot of your Japanese fans as well.
I'm
There
a
is
big fan of
Yusuke and
Bumblefoot.
a whole bunch of
If
other
there's
people here. So,
Bumblefoot, then hi.
sorry, we couldn't hear you. What do you say?
No, I said I'm a big fan of Bumblefoot. If that's really Bumblefoot, then
That
hi.
is him. There you go. That's Bumblefoot, the verified handle of Bumblefoot, and he.
Oh, hi. That's amazing. Thank you for joining in. Big fan.
Thank you for joining in, indeed. But yeah, for tonight, we've had a fantastic long chat with Mohini Dey. I hope you guys got to know her a little bit better, and you should be tremendously proud of her, because here's an Indian musician taking and representing Indian music on the world stage. I'm incredibly proud of you, Mohini. Thank you very much
so
for being
much.
here with me. Take care of yourself. I'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
And that was it. That is Mohini Dey. My name is Mihir Joshi. This was the MJ Show. I will see you again on Sunday night at 11:30 p.m. It's going to be a little late because I'm going to be speaking with somebody who's staying in LA. I'm going to be talking with Ananya Birla about her new song. But for tonight, it's time for me to say goodbye, and I will see you Sunday night, 11:30 p.m. See ya.